spent 20 years in the Army. After retirement, my PTSD kind of flared up. I really didn't learn about my PTSD until much later in my career. And so within that time, I had a few issues. I ended up at a PTS program with the VA, and the doctor there highly suggested I get a service dog. And so I did some research on dog programs. I talked to Nick, and I was very intrigued with how his program operates, where the veteran works with the dogs the entire time instead of shows up at the end and gets a dog and spends like 2 or 3 weeks learning things. I really liked it that you're with the, involved in the program the entire way. And so I was accepted in the program April of 2023. Think about that, what year we're in. And so the unique thing about this program is you work with all the dogs until you master the commands and everything else. Sully, I know she's very interesting. Down. Stay. And so the working with all the dogs really helps you, like, you don't know which dog you're going to be with. And Nick won't even tell you. I know I asked a billion times, hey, which dog am I going to get? Things like that. And it's like, not until you mastered, all the skills. It wasn't until, January of this year where when he vets you with a dog, he vets you with multiple dogs, which is really nice because just because you might think one dog is better than the next, it's all how the dog reacts to you. And I think that was, it took a minute to settle in, but it's like, oh, okay, the dog needs to choose a person, because if the dog doesn't, if the dog is scared of that person or doesn't, operate or do what the dog is supposed to, it's not going to perform properly out in the public. And so I was matched with Sully in January, and we started working on specific tasks for me, and then we graduated in July. Another nice thing I really like about this program is there's checkups. Just because you graduated, you're not done. You and the dog are always in training. And so if you have memory problems or whatever, those checkups help, for me anyways, hey, we can't just stop. It's a constant, we constantly have to try, either try new things or, make sure we're up on our tasks, which is I really like about this program, except for when the dog misbehaves, but they're dogs. They do have minds of their own.
Yes.
You're not always going to have a dog that's 100% always on cue, or they're going to burn out very quickly. But with this program, it has helped me, because before I had a really hard time going out. Before I had Sully, I couldn't, going out period, I would have anxiety attacks and black out. And since having a service dog, I've gotten a lot better. I'm actually going out places, or more willing to go to places, I should say. I'm not coming up with excuses. And so that has helped me, especially with my anxiety, because when I'm out at these places, I'm not just thinking about me, I'm thinking about the dog, which gets my mind off of everything else that causes my anxiety, where I start thinking about the people and where am I at and things like that. And so having a service dog has truly helped out with that. And it's not just something I have noticed, friends, relatives have noticed it as well, my improvements. I've gotten a lot better. And that's all because of this program. I'm sure there are other great programs, but it's all about consistency. I know I live quite a ways away, so I was only able to come once a week, but it's that consistency of coming in and working with the dogs. It's just helpful. Dog sense a lot. Even when I was working with them, having the dog come up and sense when you're having anxiety problems, it helps reduce it. Or even identifying before the anxiety comes to be worse, in my case. And so that I am very thankful for this program. It shows with how much work you put into the dog, how well they perform outside. Sully and I have gotten lots of compliments on how well we work in the public. Everywhere I go, I always get compliments on how well he performs. He's not wild. I've gone to places and dogs are acting crazy, they're barking, and I can walk right past those dogs and Sully doesn't pay any attention to them. He's paying attention to me. He's constantly looking at me, checking on me, not on everything else that is going on. And that's a testament to this program, on how well they perform, because the dogs are constantly seeing you because of that consistency, and it's embedded in them, all the commands, because of that consistency. And that's what this program offers a lot of. I'm trying to think what else. Pretty much it.
No?
Awesome. No, it is truly I also would have to say is the small numbers, because we're not like Leeds where they have hundreds and hundreds of dogs. The ratio of individuals to dogs is very minimal, so the dogs are able to get a better, more attention in their training. So they're better prepared to go out. This program also, it's not just training in the building. We go out to places. We go to, to Lowe's or Home Depot. We go to the shopping mall, wherever it might be. We go out even while we're in training to train the dogs in the public access, that how to act properly. So if there is a problem and the dog shows that's going to be, we can identify that early before we test. And that's I can't say what the other companies do or the other organizations do, but that's something we do very well. And as I've been here, I was early in the program. We've gotten shopping carts now to help teach the dog how to walk with a shopping cart. There's a wheelchair to help people, walk with the dogs walk with someone who's in a wheelchair. All that has happened within a year and a half to make the program better. And if there's other ways, where we might see a deficiency, Nick, who's the lead instructor here, will find a way to get that so that we can introduce that to the dogs. Because I know with me it was shopping carts. We got a shopping cart. Yeah. Then the wheelchair showed up, and so being able to modify the program to suit the needs of veterans, it shows hey, not everything is set in stone with how we teach. We can modify things to meet that veteran's needs, or whoever needs a service dog, those needs for that individual, which makes the program, I think, more well-rounded, instead of this is our SOP and how we do things and that's it. And so I think that's a testament to how this program works into, there's always rooms for improvement, and we definitely, it definitely does the job in, making sure we produce quality dogs to go out and provide the service for the veterans or whoever. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.